Hi everyone. Thank you for joining Parkinson Voice Project for today's online Speak Out Home practice session. My name is Samantha Ellendary. I'm a speech language pathologist and the founder of Parkinson Voice Project. I am here to help you establish and maintain a consistent Speak Out Home practice routine. Today we have an interesting topic, but before I say that, I want to remind everybody that our Parkinson sing-along is today, right after this session, and they will be singing love songs in honor of Valentine's Day. So in the chat, you will see the Zoom link to participate in the sing-along, but you can always find it on the homepage of parkinsonvoiceproject.org. If you have not tried singing, please try it. Even if you think you can't sing, don't worry about that. Just try it once. I always tell everybody, try something once. If you hate it, don't do it again. All right, today's topic, astronomy. Astronomy. Everybody say astronomy with intent. Ready? Astronomy. Again. Astronomy. Do we have anyone practicing with us online who has a special interest in astronomy? That's neat. Go ahead and chat and let us know. And let's all smile for a second or two with intent because we're so happy to be talking about astronomy. Ready? Very good. All right. Sip of water, everyone. All right. First, speak out exercise, the warm-up. Lift your voice and project it forward over your computer. Here we go. May, me, my, mo, moo. Speak out. May, me, my, mo, moo. Again. May, me, my, mo, moo. Let's do it again. Connect as many as you can, but don't squeeze the sound out, okay? Just speak out, take a breath when you need to. Try to connect as many as you can. Here we go. May, me, my, mo, moo. And one more where we're going to be more intentional and stretch out the vowels. Ready? May, me, my, mo, moo. Let's do it again. May, me, my, mo, moo. That takes a lot of concentration and intent. You're definitely activating the intentional motor system whenever you do it like that. Let's take a sip of water with intent. All right, speak out exercise number 2, the ahs. Deliberately, purposefully open your mouth wide and project the ah forward. Get it away from here and project it forward. Ready? Ah. Good. The sound should be clear. And it should never hurt to do these exercises. Let's do it again. Good. Do it again. Let's do it again. And let's do a short one. All right, we're done with the warm-ups and the ahs. Let's take a sip of water with intent. Singing is so good for you. As long as you sing with intent, you don't just go through the motions, but you are really thinking about it, trying to sing out, project your voice forward. It helps you not to have a monotone voice. So as you're raising and lowering your pitch, the vocal folds are moving, and that's directly linked to how colorful your voice is. It also connects to swallowing and your ability to protect your airway. Your vocal folds are the last protection of your airway. If anything tries to go down wrong, food, liquid, saliva, it is your vocal cords that need to be strong and flexible so that when you cough, it goes, get out of there. So when you sing, your vocal folds are stretching in different ways, and you're making them more flexible, and they can protect your airway better. So even if singing is not your favorite thing to do, I want you to try the Parkinson sing-along. Try, and you do have to sing with intent. If you don't sing out and sing with intent, it's not going to do any good. But just try it. All right. Next, speak out exercise, the glide. Project out a steady ah, and then glide up and try to get all those little notes in there. This helps the expression of your voice too. Ready? Ah, ah. Good. Get the sound in front of you. Do it again. Ah, ah. Good. Let's do it again. Ah, ah. We're going to do it again. Ready? Ah, ah. As I glide down, I'm really having to be purposeful and deliberate in getting the sound, keeping the sound in front of me. Let's start high and then go down. Ready? Ah. The sound kind of grows, crescendos as I go down. Start high again. Ah. Was that better? Let's do it one more time. Start high. Ah. Very good. Let's take another sip of water. If the glides bother you and you're worried, gosh, why can't I get these? Don't feel bad. I once worked with someone and it took me 11 years for them to get their glide right, and it just finally worked. But we are very persistent at Parkinson Voice Project. We don't give up easily. All right, let's move on to the next speak out exercise, the counting. I'm not going to use the card. We're going to count to 12. We're going to stop every 3. All right? Really lift your voice and speak out for every number. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 9, 10, 11, 12. So kind of reach on the last number, okay? If you tend to trail off at the end of your sentences, that's a good way to practice. Put a little bit more emphasis on the last number because you're not trailing off there. And then you work when you're talking in conversation to keep your voice strong all the way to the end. And you kind of learn to reach a little bit on that last word. Let's count again. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. Let's go backwards. Start with 12 and still reach for the third number, every 3 numbers. Ready? 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You see, it's very intentional. It's very controlled. That's what we're doing with Speak Out Therapy. We are taking back control over our voices. We're learning how to activate our intentional motor system instead of relying on our automatic motor system, which is highly dependent on dopamine. And that's why it doesn't work very well. Take a sip of water, and then we'll move on to our reading. We received a gift in the mail, another gift from Kathy from Colombia, and look how cute this is. We were able to share these with our intentional singers yesterday, and then after this I will take it to our Parkinson sing-along crew and they'll enjoy them. But there are M&Ms in here, and it's really super, super cute. So you push the button. There they go. They go down here. But what you don't know, this is so funny. You're not going to be able to see it on here. It's going to be way too small. You're not going to be able to see it. But this is me. That's my face saying, ah. And there's also tulips. And, I mean, it is so cute. It says Parkinson voice. And so our intentional singers enjoyed that yesterday. But what a cool idea. Maybe y'all could Google that. Maybe Kathy can chat and put the link about where you ordered these. What a cool present. That, you know, that'd be very cool. Order these M&Ms. And I think we received 2 pounds of M&Ms, and they were so cute. And the intentional singers had a blast, and they enjoyed them very much. All right. Yeah, Kathy, post the link where you ordered those so other people might be looking for a gift. That's very cool. All right, today's topic, astronomy. Astronomy. Let's read these sentences 2 times. Use more intent the second time. Ready? Did you ever study astronomy? Now, lots of intent. Did you ever study astronomy? I know it sounds funny when we exaggerate, but you're going to exercise your speech and swallowing muscles better, okay? Next one. Galileo was an Italian astronomer. Now more intent. Galileo was an Italian astronomer. It helps your expression too when you exaggerate. Ready? He was born on February 15th, 1564. Now more intent. He was born on February 15th, 1564. Good. Next. Astronomy changed with Galileo's telescope. More intent. astronomy changed with Galileo's telescope? Take a sip of water, and we're going to learn more about that in our bonus reading. Get some water. The more you exaggerate, the better. You're also working the muscles that help to control your saliva if you have a problem with drooling. So use a lot of intent, even though it looks and sounds funny. Do it anyway. All right, complete each row with intent. So all right, you pick 2 appropriate items for this category. We'll read the first 2 together, and then you fill in the blank. Ready? Jupiter, Saturn, let's do it again. Did you lose some of your intent when you named the 2 additional ones? Let's do it again. Jupiter, Saturn. All right, let's name them together. Use intent and don't let it trail off at the end. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. All right, go ahead and fill in the blank. Ready? Sally Ride, John Glenn, did you trail off or lose some of your intent when you named the 2 other astronauts? Let's do it again. Sally Ride, John Glenn, wonderful photograph. Let's read these names with intent. Ready? Neil Armstrong, Michael Collins, Buzz Aldrin. Very good. All right, let's go ahead and do Dr. Boone's words. Say each nonsense word twice with lots of intent. Exaggerate the G's, the K's, and the NG's. Here we go. Goo, la, gang, ga, ga. Reach for the end. Goo, la, gang, ga, ga. The next one. Ku, ka, man, goo, ka. Again. Ku, ka, man, goo, ka. These are the muscles to help control your saliva. The muscles that you use to articulate with, to chew your food with. Really exaggerate. Ready? Gangla. Gangla. And the last one. Kukla. Kukla. Good job. All right, now we're going to do the bonus reading. We're going to read it 2 times. The second time, you'll become more familiar. You'll be more familiar with the words, and you'll be able to use more intent. Here we go. Galileo, though not the first inventor of the refracting telescope, significantly enhanced its power. In 1609, he learned of the spyglass and began to experiment with telescope making. Start with his telescope. Ready? His telescope allowed him to see with a magnification of 8 or 9 times, making it possible to see that the moon had mountains and that Jupiter had satellites. Now, pretend you're on a mountain. You're super excited about learning this information. Let's read it with more intent. Galileo, though not the first inventor of the refracting telescope, significantly enhanced its power. In 1609, he learned of the spyglass and began to experiment with telescope making. His telescope allowed him to see with a magnification of 8 or 9 times, making it possible to see that the moon had mountains and that Jupiter had satellites. Lisa, I love this topic. I love learning new things. Everyone, you can download today's reading material, take what you learned in the session, practice, 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 and then practice some more. Go ahead and log on to the Parkinson Sing-Along. And by the way, I have some good news. Our Speak Out Therapy grants went live today, and before this session, we've already received 60 grant applications from speech-language pathologists and speech therapy clinics that want to be trained in Speak Out Therapy. Our goal is to make our treatment accessible to all of you all over the world. So we're super excited, and I look forward to updating you on the grant and how many applications we receive. And tomorrow, Laura Roberts will be back for your session. Thank you, everyone.